Tracy listens at the Quartermain stable's door as Cody teaches James how to lasso. She enters and asks how her sick thoroughbred is doing, so Cody says they should go check. Tracy scolds him that his job is to know the condition of all the horses at all times. James blasts Tracy for being mean as Cody's friend is in the hospital, so she should be nice to him. James explains that's why he's here, to cheer Cody up. Tracy thinks that means he's a really good friend, and she too visited Dant recently to check on him. After checking on the horse, Cody gives James a job to sweep the stable, and Tracy notes James seems to like him, as does Leo. He says most kids like him, he just hopes they don't see him as a role model. She inquires about James being so attached to him. Cody explains he gives James riding lessons, and the boy overheard him calling the hospital about Dant, and now he's decided to come hang out and help him every day he can. Suddenly, James calls out, "Help!" James was trying to carry a bucket of oats to the horses, but dropped and spilled it. Cody says it's okay, and they can just sweep them up and back into the bucket. Tracy decides to leave them to clean up, and James asks why she's not helping. She explains she's the boss. James tells her that a good boss should be prepared to do everything their employees do. Shocked, Tracy asks if Cody taught him that, but he says his grandpa Mac did. He hands her a broom and asks if she's going to help or be a bad boss. They get everything cleaned up, and James tells Tracy she is a good boss after all. Tracy asks if his grandpa Mac has any other pearls of wisdom. He says if you want to have a good friend, you need to be one. Tracy invites them both up to the house for hot chocolate. Brooke Lynn comes home to an emotional Chase, who is holding his badge. He saw Dant today, and there is no change. He feels guilty for not going with Dant to chase the suspects, but she reminds him he was following procedure, and he has no idea what would have happened if he had gone with Dante. He wonders if he shouldn't be a cop anymore. Brooke Lynn suggests he could go back to singing, and immediately begins planning his big comeback. Chase knows what she's doing. He doesn't want to be a singer, he wants to be a cop. She says he's a damn good one too. She tells him that he tries to see justice done, not just pin things on people, and he follows the rules. Brooke Lynn goes off on how she found John Cates for interrogating Danny without an adult present. Chase says that's not okay, but it also doesn't seem like Agent Cates. She says she told Cates she would sue him into oblivion and take his badge if he does anything like that again. Chase says threatening a federal agent is kind of a federal crime. He suggests in the future, rather than take a threatening tone, that she try and say things more nicely. However, he would have loved to see her lay into him as he loves when she's hot and fired up, and they kiss. Molly meets with her mom at Cafe Sherry. Alexis reveals Diane has found a legal loophole that could get her law license back. She explains Diane found a number of factors that play in her favor, such as she never had a hearing, and she never applied an appeal. Molly says, "Wow." Alexis asks if she has anything else to say other than wow. Molly tells her not to do it. Alexis thought Molly would be leading the charge to support her. Molly says she is a brilliant attorney, and if this was just about the law or her career, she'd say go for it. However, she likes her mom sober. She says the last time she fell off the wagon was when she was disbarred, and she's worried about what will happen if this doesn't work out. It's a long shot, so why put herself through it? Alexis explains that when Diane suggested this, she felt a rush, like she had been brought back to life. Molly asks what if this doesn't work out? Alexis says she'll let it go, but if there is a chance to get back to doing the thing she loves most, she has to take it. Molly says she'll support her mom every step of the way, but asks her mother to monitor herself and go to meetings during the waiting period. Alexis promises she will not skip meetings and stay the course. Molly also says if this doesn't go her way, please promise her she won't drink. Alexis says that's a promise she can't make, but she will do everything she can to prevent that from happening. Molly knows no recovery is guaranteed, and not drinking has to be her choice, not a promise. Molly cries that with Christina pregnant, she just really needs her mom right now. Alexis reassures her that she has her mom. At Charlie's, Christina is on the phone and Natalia apologizes to Sunny for oversharing. Sunny thinks it was brave to say what she said to Christina. Natalia loves her daughter and wants to be supportive, though parenting is complicated. Sunny says he's seen Blaze perform and she's a star. Natalia says Allison was a star in the making since the moment she first stayed.